Hey guys, I'm Kimberly B. Cummings, career and leadership expert and founder of ManifestYourself.com. Welcome back to Burning Money Questions. In this episode, we are talking about salary negotiation. Recently, we asked you all to send us all the questions you have about this topic. Here are the answers. What's one of the most important things that you can do in an interview that can affect the outcome? I'm so happy that you asked this question. Before we can talk about salary negotiation tactics, we have to talk about the interview process. If you are not able to successfully navigate the interview process, you will never get the chance to talk about salary negotiation. It's important to remember that your process begins the moment you get in touch with the company and apply for the job. Every interaction you make with the recruiter, hiring leader, or a potential colleague is an opportunity to evaluate if you'd be a great fit to join the organization. It's important to pay attention to the little details as well as the big ones to ensure it's clear that you are capable. From the beginning, make sure that you triple check your resume and cover letter for any typos. This is a quick way for a recruiter to confirm that you pay attention to details. Also, do your research on the company and be sure that you have answers to common questions like, tell me about yourself. Why are you interested in working here? Why are you leaving your current company? Where do you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years? And can give solid answers to any nuances for the particular role you're applying for. When do you bring up salary questions in the interview process? This is one of the most popular questions that I receive about salary negotiation. When can I bring up the money? In most cases, the recruiter will ask you about your requested salary range in the initial phone screening or interview. There may even be a question on the job application asking about the range as well. It's important to know the target salary range before applying to the role. We will talk about where you can find this a little later. But if the recruiter or hiring manager doesn't ask you in the initial phone screenings, generally it's appropriate to bring this up closer to the final stages of the interview process. Every process is different, so this may be in the second or third round of interviews where it's generally appropriate to ask the recruiter or hiring leader if they are able to share the compensation range for this role. This can be a touchy subject because if it's too early in the process and the recruiter didn't bring it up already, the company may not even be sure you're a finalist for the role yet. So if it hasn't been discussed, do your best to ensure it's towards the end of the process when you are fairly certain, or better yet, it's been confirmed that you'll be getting an offer. What happens if I say the wrong number when I first speak with a recruiter and want to negotiate a higher number later? I know this can be super hard. Salary negotiation is an interview tactic that you must prepare for. In the same way you research the company before the interview, it's important to research the salary and prepare to have this conversation. It's natural that you're going to learn more about the scope of the role once you're speaking with the hiring leader and potential coworkers. If after learning more about the role, you feel that the initial salary you shared is no longer appropriate, bring this up with your recruiter next time you're chatting about next steps in the interview process or towards the end of your interview process like I mentioned in the last question. However, make sure that your change in salary requirements is based upon new information that you learned and not because you just want more money or feel like they have more money to give. Remember, in the world of work, you are being paid to complete a particular job based upon your unique skills, training, abilities, education, etc. So when you are positioning yourself to negotiate a salary in any scenario, it must be based upon those unique skills, training, abilities, and your education. Your reasoning can never be because you just need more money. Where can I go to find out how much I should be making? There are so many tools online to determine what the going rate is for the role you're applying for. My favorite is LinkedIn Salary. You'll be able to get the full picture of salaries by job title and location. While you may not think location is an important factor, it definitely is. Cost of living in a particular area is factored into that salary that companies offer. Some companies may even pay a differential to employees working in high cost of living areas like New York City and San Francisco. When you know you're about to embark upon any type of career transition, I recommend using a tool like LinkedIn Salary to inform your process. You'll be able to look up job titles you're interested in and determine a salary range based upon data that incorporates years of experience, education level, company size, geographic location, and more. You'll easily be able to determine what is the median amount for that role and what should be an appropriate salary to request when you're navigating the salary negotiation process. When you're using tools like LinkedIn Salary, you'll see wide ranges sometimes, so make sure you narrow down a range for yourself that only spans about $10,000 to $15,000. Ideally, the bottom of the range you share should be the target salary you're looking for. Once I already have the job, how do I make a case for a promotion? This is super exciting to me. You've ideally been in a role for at least a year, and you've made some impact that warrants a promotion or salary bump. The key point here is that you made an impact. Simply doing your job as written in the job description makes it hard to negotiate a sizable raise. Your case for promotion into a more senior level role needs to be based upon your experience, accomplishments, or change in scope of the original role. If you've mastered your role and are now able to train new people on specifics or are now innovating on existing processes, you can base your conversation on your experience and how you're leveraging that to increase productivity, return on investment, or another company metric. If you've surpassed all established metrics for your role and you have concrete accomplishments that have helped the company reach their goals, you would be able to base your conversation on your accomplishments and plans to grow even more in the upcoming fiscal year. If you've been in the role and the scope of work has changed, I recommend outlining the changes in a solid plan to continue to produce at a high level that may even incorporate elevating your role and bringing in a new team member who can report to you and assist with the workflow. Advocating for promotions can be tricky, so make sure you have a rock-solid plan, buy-in from senior level stakeholders, and a track record of success at the organization before starting these conversations. If you like this video, hit subscribe. And if you want to see more money videos, click right here. And of course, if you have more burning money questions, comment below.